In Korea, every able-bodied male has to do their military between the ages of 19 to 35. Now, I don't know what came up to my mind when I was thinking about my military service. So in Korea, long story short, every guy has to go to the military. There are exceptions that gets you exempted. Do you have like a medical condition, like you tore your ACL? There's other categories where you can't get exempted. Are you like a musician? Or did you get like a medal in the Asian Games or the Olympic Games? But for me, I was just a normal kid. I couldn't really get out of it. So I went to the Navy. So in Korea, we have the Army, Air Force, Marines, and the Navy. And for some reason, the Air Force and the Navy was the longest. Now, I went in 2014 until 2016. It was crazy. It was very long. But for me, I got to go home every month. But other branches like the Army and the Marines, you get to go home maybe once every 3 to 6 months because you're constantly doing training. But for me, I was on a boat. I lived on the boat, cooked, slept, done everything on the boat. So I was lucky enough to go home once a month. And back then you weren't allowed to have your phone, so it kind of felt like jail. But I really hated it. It was like the darkest point of my life. But long story short, it really matured me and made me get in more touch with the Korean culture again. It felt like working at a dead-end company. You just wanted to leave every day. So I stayed on my ship for a year and 9 months. Yeah, so I did the whole beginning till end. Would I ever do it again? Probably not. But yeah, I just watched the news today and I just felt like I wanted to share my experience of what Korean conscription is. And also the pay. So the pay during my time, this was the 2014 standard, accounting for inflation. When you're private, I got paid $70 a month. Private first class, I would get paid 80. Corporal would be 80 to 90 bucks. And then once you're a sergeant, which is like an E4, even though I was in the Navy, I don't know like the exact names for each rank, but by the time you hit sergeant, which is like E4, which is like an American rank, I got paid between like 100 to 110 bucks. Now that might not seem a lot, but I have to tell you, living in Korea is a lot more affordable than America because you don't really need a car as long as you're living within the satellite cities of Seoul. So I thought that was kind of interesting.